In the old days, watches were produced to serve a practical purpose, to tell time. But as the years progressed, watches now serve as a status symbol. Watches are now more than just accessories or gadgets. They can now be a great means of investment. The next question that would arise now is whether you should pay this investment in cash or on credit. So stay tuned to this video and let's try to answer the question, should you really be financing an investment watch? Yes, we still look for features that make a watch helpful. Say, for example, we buy a Garmin or a fitness watch to monitor our health and our exercise. Another is the purchase of military watches. Could be, as the name suggests, beneficial if you're a military man or even if you are just a type of person who loves to go on trips, adventures, and excursions that involve different weather conditions. But what would make you buy an investment watch? It is in its name, as an investment. Another is as a luxury that you buy as a treat for yourself or a special someone. One would also buy it because of the unique and intricate designs that this type of watch carries and that would perfect your getup and ensemble. It could also be an heirloom that you could pass on for generations. Now that we have established that buying an investment watch is worth it, let us now try to answer the question if we should be financing an investment watch. The first and probably the most important reason is leverage. But before we go on, what is leverage? Leverage is a business strategy wherein you borrow funds and then you try to devote that fund to something that will eventually yield profit. Why then is a luxury watch a good investment? In the world of finance, all the properties that you buy will eventually depreciate, meaning every asset that you may purchase will, in time, decrease in value because of wear and tear, either by being used or through time. There are only two exceptions. It is not applicable to land and jewelry. These two assets, real estate and genuine ornaments, will continue to appreciate through time. The land that you may have purchased when you were in your 20s could probably double, triple, if not more, than its value when you bought it. And that gold brooch that your great-grandma may have passed on to you may now be a timeless classic piece that is worth a fortune. An investment watch is like jewelry. A stainless steel Rolex that may have been bought in the 70s and has been passed on from generation to generation will never depreciate and would hold more value at this time. And that is leverage. If you choose a good financing option, where you pay less or if possible 0% interest at all in buying that investment watch, by the time that you have settled the financing dues, that watch may have increased in value already. Another reason is for your peace of mind. Yes, it might be out of context, but it does make sense. Say you keep passing by this Rolex or Patek Philippe watch on your way to work or home, and you keep admiring its beauty every time you see it. You have longed to wear it on your wrist, and you have made a commitment to yourself to save up just to buy this watch. But still, day in and day out, you can't seem to get it off your mind. This is where financing comes in. By financing your investment watch, you get to have the watch of your dreams in the palm of your hands, even if you have fallen short of your savings or if it went beyond the budget that you have set forth for your next purchase. Sometimes, we have to give in to our cravings to give us that peace of mind, and also, it is always a good choice to give yourself a treat every once in a while. But don't get me wrong, a hasty purchase is never a good idea. Before you give in to what you want, you have to consider first your financial condition over the period covered by the financial terms. Will you be able to pay the dues on time without defaulting on your needs and bills, with room for savings in case of emergency? If the answer is yes, then we support you in the decision to buy. Just always bear in mind that when entering into financing arrangements, it is a commitment and you can only allow yourself to enter into that commitment if you know you can keep it. Also, always bear in mind you always have to think ahead and make sure that you can pay dues on time or before they become due. Failing to pay demandable obligations might hurt your credit score, which may bring consequences in the future. Lastly, for your work or career, there are a lot of psychological benefits to wearing a luxury watch. The first is that you appear more professional. People always believe in the advice, dress to impress. Even thinking from your personal perspective at work, a person who wears a suit and tie has more credibility than someone wearing a shirt and jeans. Like the suit and tie, the luxury watch exudes preparedness, that you really took time to get ready, and in turn, really took time in studying the figures, data, and things that you ought to know at work. Another reason is leadership. A luxury watch is a status symbol. Thus, in a crowd, the mere wearing of that expensive statement piece will let you stand out and will immediately tell who is the boss. It will not only exude a sense of elegance and opulence, but also convey a message that you are an important person. Now, who wouldn't want to be treated like a VIP? And lastly, as a proof of success, wearing a Rolex or an Audemars Piguet validates your accomplishments and progress. This may come in handy if you want to recruit people or look for and sway potential investors. In these goals, you have to be able to show that you are competent enough to bring success to the endeavor you ought to get into. Other than words, that elegant timepiece on your hand will also do it for you. So, if you are aiming to advance your career or your business, and part of the cash that you currently have is intended for other investments, then financing the luxury watch to be used for your work or business is probably the best choice. So, let's ask again, should you really be financing an investment watch? And the answer is simple. If you have ample cash, yes. Find the least expensive financing arrangements and still finance your watch so that other portions of your cash can be invested somewhere else. If you fell short or it went beyond the budget, but you can still manage, yes. As long as you will be able to meet the dues without trading off your needs, so as to not damage your credit rating. There you have it. Strip off that common notion that financing and buying on credit is a bad idea. It will be a good move as long as you study and understand the risks and the costs it entails. Once you get the hang of it, you may use it as leverage and to your advantage. So, until our next video, don't forget to hit like, subscribe to our channel for more videos like this, and click the notification bell.